Guys? So today's video we're going to do a little introduction of what we call the shitbox Dakota. We call it that because it is a shitbox. Every part on it has either come from a junkyard, used, hand-me-down, whatever. But the end of this season we had a little mishap. We went out to a race day and Rodney, the owner of it, who you've seen his other truck, he made a pass on motor, no issues. He came back, set up a race with somebody, made a pass on a smidge of nitrous. Everything looked good. Truck left fine. When he went to bang, I believe it was third, we had the little mishap. It backfired. And as you can see in the video at the beginning of this video, it's kind of hard to tell in the video, but if you look close you can see just how bad it was. It shot a good 3-foot flame above the cab of the truck. Sorry guys, it is cold. I didn't know if it was a nitrous backfire at the time or if the motor had let go, because he did coast for a while. So I assumed that the motor had finally let go. I mean, it is a bone stock 318. He ended up driving it back. As he pulled up, the hood was blown apart. The truck didn't sound very good. It was kind of making a tapping sound and a real loud whistle. And, sorry, had a little interruption. But, yeah, it was making kind of a squealing sound, and we didn't really know how bad it was. I mean, it almost shot the hood scoop off the truck. I mean, it was destroyed. So he pulled it in to the lot. We lifted the hood and realized how severe it was. It blew the factory air cleaner, top and bottom, completely off the motor. The rubber tubes for the air cleaner, it had actually launched them out into the road. Both upper and lower air cleaners were mangled. I mean, they were almost in a V shape. It was that bad. It blew the threaded rod that actually you have your hold down for your air box that screws it down on. It blew that completely out of the throttle bodies. It broke a fuel line, and it also destroyed a TPS. The TPS sensor was in a million pieces. I mean, there was no fixing it. We thought the day was over. We were going to pack up, get it back on the trailer, and take it home. Well, Rodney just so happened to have a brand new TPS sensor in the truck. So there was hope to try to fix it there alongside the road. So we got to work on it, threw the TPS on it, stomped on the airbox to get it straight-ish, did a little bit of rigging to get the threaded rod back down in the throttle body. Got everything back together, hooked the nitrous back up, realized we had a fuel leak, that it had cut a fuel line that runs on the back of the motor from rail to rail. We hose clamped that for the time being just to get it so he could continue to try to race it that day. Got everything back together, he fired it up. It was making still a fairly bad squealing that we don't really know what that is yet, but it was running. It didn't sound healthy. It was ticking a little bit from somewhere, and you could tell it had a cylinder that, I don't really want to say hurt, but it was definitely down a hole or two. It was missing. It didn't sound great. But as you'll learn, as Rodney is in more of these videos, he doesn't care. I mean, he's ready for it to blow up at any point. He doesn't really care. So he got back to racing it, and still spraying it, and he raced it the entire rest of the night with no issues. The truck really didn't seem like it was down on power at all on the spray, so he just kept going. At the end of the night, we loaded it back up on the trailer. It was still in one piece. Drove back to town, dropped it off the trailer, and he drove it 30 minutes home. And it made it perfectly fine, and it still runs now. You know, at the end of this video, I'm going to insert a video that he made of how the truck sits right now. We haven't touched it since then. I mean, like I said, it is cold outside. It is middle of winter here in Missouri. And we will be working on it shortly because we do have an entirely new nitrous setup to put on it. We're going to rewire the whole truck. Maybe do some other odds and ends, but that's going to be the big thing. We're going to spray it with quite a bit more nitrous this season and see what'll happen. See if maybe it will stay together, maybe it'll blow up, who knows. You guys will find out because it'll be on, we'll make a video of it either way. But I just wanted to kind of introduce that truck to the channel. There is a couple videos as some of the first ones on this channel, but I just kind of wanted to explain a little bit what exactly happened and how it's sitting right now. I don't really believe there's anything else. Like I said, the truck does still run. It taps a little bit. It's got a little bit of a mist to it, but it's still running. It's alive somehow. We're gonna pull it apart, figure out what happened. The only thing we can think that may have happened is he was trying to shift it a little high that day, and we think he might have touched the limiter while spraying. Might have been what caused it, but we're not really sure. We're not really nitrous guys. Never really messed with it before until this truck, so we're still kind of learning. But that's the only thing that we can come up with because everything else was fine, and we've never had a nitrous backfire before this, luckily. This one just happened to destroy some stuff, you know. The hood was in good shape, and it was a cool hood, so it kind of sucks that it blew that apart. But we might fix it, might leave it alone. He's just going to run it how it is. He doesn't care. Who knows? We'll see what happens. Hopefully here soon we'll start getting to work on it, getting everything rewired, and getting the new nitrous setup in it. But yeah, I mean, I'll film a video of that, or a couple videos, however long it takes. We'll get back to work, and then as the season starts picking up, once the warmer weather starts coming back around, there'll be plenty of videos of it racing. So yeah, like I said, at the end here, I'm going to insert a video that he made of how the Dakota sits right now. But I'm going to cut myself off right here. This will be the end of the video for me. As always, please comment, like, subscribe, share with your mom, brother, dad, whoever, and we will see you guys on the next one.
So I figured it's about time to fire this Dakota up. Probably fixing to get started on it before long. Apparently the battery's dead, so this is for everybody that thought it was blowed up. So let's see if it'll fire up. You can tell it's got a miss. You can see the hood where it exploded. Yeah, she's running. I think the mist is trying to clear up. It's still missing a little bit. Load up air box.